Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Hot Butcher for the World. This is Coarse Grind Hustle. So you have a nice box guy over here. I don't know what he does. He grinds beans at least. He has some grounds over here. This guy has, the same guy has four of a kind with aces, and he's hustling. And he's got a knife over here as well. So this is an Imperial kind of like pastry stout, I would guess. It is Imperial Stout brewed with coffee and toffee, 11.5. So I'm sharing this tonight, so thankfully, you know, that's why I've waited a minute to review it. It's canned about 3 months ago. So let's see this guy. Pours into deep black color, wonderful deep brown head, very nice and viscous. Yeah, you can see viscosity on that guy. Wow. First note is the buttery caramel note. I'm curious what kind of toffee note they're using. Might be flavor additions, but it is very caramelly in the sense that it is that kind of like pump caramelly of a coffee flavor. So it's buttery, it's sticky. Underneath you get some like coffee notes as well. It's got this like, again, just like a Starbucks kind of like, you know, black coffee, pump a lot of like caramel sugar into it. A little bit of chocolate in there too. But the buttery caramel flavor is very noticeable. It is very dominant. Cheers. This is a big beer. The beer is nice and, I guess, decadent. It is not balanced in the sense that it really has much like bitterness to it. It is smooth, creamy, hides this alcohol well. It is very sweet up front. It is very sticky. Wow. Oh, this is generally probably in the sense of more of a pastry stout. The attenuation on the beer is probably not very high, or the bittering is probably just lower on this one. So there's barely any noticeable bitterness on this beer other than the chocolate roast. Up front, it is very sticky and toffee forward. Toffee, sticky, sweet, kind of like black coffee with like 5 packs of sugar inside. It is very sweet. It is cloying almost. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you ever say beer is not cloying, this is an example of cloying beer. This is cloying, yeah. It stays on the palate. The sweetness sticks on there. The coffee helps balance it out, but despite that, it's sort of this like, you know, domination of sugar and caramel. And, you know, the coffee tries to fight it up front, but then it just like dies away and like, it's like crushed by this like sweetness of the beer. And I like a sweet palate. Don't have a sweet palate for anything else, which is like crazy. You know, I'm not a birthday cake kind of guy. I always turn down that kind of stuff, which sucks, but for beer, I like pastry stouts and some sweetness, but man, as you drink it more, the palate is a little bit more acclimated to the toffee sweetness, and the coffee flavor comes in a little bit more aggressive, but it's still just like hiding back in there, and back in just echoes a buttery, rich kind of like Butterworth kind of like maple syrup. And also, that's the wrong word I was using, by the way. This Butterworth is a maple syrup kind of flavor. We're not getting maple here. It's Werther's like caramel, and it's so much of that Werther's caramel toffee kind of flavor that it is dominating. The same kind of caramel you get in a lot of like chocolates is dominated by that. So if you like sweet beer and you like toffee, you're gonna love this guy. You also probably need to like coffee, because the coffee is pretty dominant, but I would say the toffee flavor is, this is the most toffee Mrs. Butterworth like caramelly kind of flavor beer that I've ever had. So this beer for me gets a solid. It's well constructed. It's just like very, dominant on that flavor. And like, you know, sometimes I want more, you know. For this kind of flavor, I think that a few more adjuncts would do better than less. A lot of times it's like do less and try to make as much as you can. For this kind of style, it's super caramelly. I prefer if there's other flavors in here to help it out, just more than the coffee. So do more with this guy, you know, add a few more ingredients, and I think it would do a better game. But this for me gets a solid 92. It's still very tasty. Coarse Grind Hustle. Like, this is a very tasty, impactful beer. It's a toffee bomb. My God. Yeah. It's for the old ladies like the Werther's. There you go. 92. Until next time, guys. Cheers later.